Yo, good morning. Welcome to OG's Hangout Corner. I'm your host, Carlos Stargell, aka OG. Before I get started, I'd like to give a shout out, a bereavement shout out to a friend of mine. She just had a loss, and just asked to keep her and her family, keep her whoever's they lost, keep the family in prayer. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Again, good morning. What's up? What's happening? How y'all doing? I'm all right if y'all all right. Yeah, playing Spolioli, whatever this song is by Outkast. The only thing I know about it, damn, James. That's the part, that's my favorite part. But anyway, just want to talk about, like I want to talk about today. You know, I'm going to say this right quick. It seems like lately and recently, I've been reconnecting and reminiscing with old friends. Now, we all know that life is too short for us to be uptight and all that. So, if you, like I always say, if you got a chance to redeem yourself, you got a chance for forgiveness, and if you got a chance to make it right, do it. Because, like I say, life is too short and too precious. But anyway, enough about that. Just wanted to tell you the reason why I brought up a note about friends again, because one person, he's been on my mind and my heart lately. Nothing wrong. It's all good. My homeboy, Scooby. Now every time I think about that Joker, I always think about them good laughs, always them unexpected laughs I always got from him. Even when he was a little boy, even when he was young. I remember the time we was in church. He asked his Mama, you want some Cheetos? She was like, he said something about those. And then while his mom was beating the H out of him, he was laughing. I was trying not to laugh, but I couldn't help it because Scooby was a mess. He still is, but that's why he my brother, my partner, my ace spoon coon. We go back better than four flat tires now. We go back before Soul Train got knocked out of syndication for real. But see, it's funny too because when he was a little boy, I was close to his older cousins and uncles and all that. But seeing like when he got a teenager, when he became a teenager, and it's a good thing too because we had got real tight, and that's a good thing because I'm gonna say it like this. I mean, good. Good people. You don't find. You don't. I mean, good people are rare now. I mean, it's rare to find good people for real. I mean, like I said, and it's hard to find people with good intentions. Seem like everybody out for themselves, just selfish. But we ain't gonna talk about that because everybody got to be held accountable, and we got to answer, and we got a higher power we have to answer to. Y'all know what time it is. But anyhow, I just want to say this on a positive note. How about them Braves? Yeah, buddy. They went up there in Washington, D.C. and kicked tails. But see, that's just the first game. Remember, got to play 2 out of 3. Sometimes 3 out of 4. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you play 1 out of 2. But that's baseball for you. But I mean, like I said, can't win them all. But win enough and enough satisfaction to make them playoffs, man. Shoot. Remember, this is Braves country. Where I'm at, along that Atlantic coast, that's Braves country. Yes, it is. Except in Florida. I'm talking about South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia. Braves country. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Braves country. Anybody who's on the fan base, Braves country. Right on, right on. But like I said, you got some Yankees fans, you got some Mets fans, you got some Dodger fans, Giants fans, Diamondback fans, Astro fans, Reds fans. You got them all. But one thing about it, whoever you like, that's who you like. But I just want to say this: don't jump on the bandwagon. Excuse me, when they winning, cause soon as they lose, then y'all wanna throw them in the wind. Don't do that. That's not nice. I mean, if you going, I mean, put in other words, please do not fall in the trap of being a fair weather fan, because those are the kind, when you're out there and you're successful, they want to jump on the bandwagon. But soon as you lose it all, they gone. Let them go. Don't worry about the fair weather fans. Worry about the diehard fans. Those are the ones who are gonna stick by you. Win, lose, draw, or whatnot. Long as they give you their support, that's a fan. And like I said, Braves, y'all, Braves. Now, this is just the first half of the first game and the first half of the season. I'm not really. I mean, I'm still. I'm still hoping and praying that they win more games, stay above 500. But like I said, this is just the first half. But always remember too, in the NL East, remember the last couple of years, especially in 2021, the Braves weren't even in first place. But somehow, like towards the end of the regular season playoffs, they scratched, they clawed, and they made it. And you know what's good? You know what's funny about it too? They overcame all kinds of obstacles, injuries, all that stuff. And guess what? That year, when they made it to first place and made it to the first round of playoffs, and they beat Milwaukee, that was cool. And then when they went to the next game, I forgot who they played, but they beat them. But in 2021, when they played the Astros, okay, 2000, 2022 World Series champions, yeah, congratulations again. But that was last year. This is a new year, y'all. But anyway, in 2021, when the Braves made it to the World Series, everybody was looking for them to take it in the sixth game, because honestly, like any other fan, it's a good thing if you win it at home. But it's even better when you beat them in they backyard. So yeah. And then the good part about it, and think about this: when the Braves won the World Series in '95 on their sixth game, yeah, it was at home, and they beat them just 1-0, thanks to Dave Justice's home run, and thanks to Tom Glavine's great pitching. And when they won it that year, everybody and their mama, including mine, was so happy, overjoyed, and ecstatic. And like I said, everybody and their mama actually literally called me my mama too. I mean, that was a moment right there when the Braves won the World Series, because last time they won one before then, they won it in Milwaukee. Yeah, that's when they had Hank Aaron. But they came down here, took them long enough, but yeah, they won. Just like, okay, think about it. They were 1-0. But in that game when they played Houston, in Houston, now think about it. Compare 7-0, the win the World Series, to 1-0. That 7-0 was even better, because I knew it wasn't no coming back. for real. And at the same time, too, when they won that year in 2021, I was ecstatic, happy, overjoyed. But at the same time, I was crying like SOB because round by that time, that year, months before they won the World Series, as y'all know, my father passed in March 2000. You know, y'all already know my dad passed 2 years ago, around by this time. And yeah, but when they won, I literally cried. I mean, seriously, miserably cried because I was happy at the same time because the Braves won, but I was also sad too because I started thinking about my dad because I know he was a Braves fan too, and shoot, we used to watch the Braves game, go to the games together, and all that. I mean, that's one thing about I'm just gonna say this: I love the Falcons, true enough, and the Hawks too because they're the home team. But this is the team they haven't let my spirit down yet. I mean, yeah. I mean, they might not have won that many. They should have won more championships. Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, too, at least at least that's the only team that got a chance of winning in Atlanta because God forgive me for saying this, and I hope y'all do too. The Falcons and the Hawks ain't hitting on SHI Triple T. I mean, they good. I mean, come on, they good. I mean, they got talent. They just act like they don't want to get out there and win. I mean, what's the matter? Somebody put a gun in your head, told y'all better lose. Man, you better get up off your rested, dusty. Especially, I'm referring to the Falcons. Y'all better get up off y'all rested, dusty. Have a better season, cause the last few years was pathetic. Y'all thought Matt Ryan was the problem. You know what? You know what the problem was when he was here? When nobody blocked for him. Come on now, you know I'm telling the truth. He would have been a better quarterback if he would have had some blockers for real. But that's okay. He gone now. He gone. But I'm still a fan. I still like Matt Ryan. He did what no other rookie quarterback, not even Joe Montana, John Elway, Roger Staubach. None of them. He did something they never did. As a rookie, threw his first ever completion for a touchdown. What rookie has done that? None. None. No. And if y'all try to contradict me and contradict yourselves and not believe in that, y'all need a drink. But for real though, yeah, Matt Ryan to me. I mean, everybody has a terrible season downfall or whatever. But I'm gonna say this again. Matt Ryan did what no other rookie quarterback has ever done. Like I said, oh my God. I don't want to talk to y'all. I'm on the dang on phone. I'm on my podcast. That was rude. I mean, forgive me. How you gonna tell a marketer gonna call and you doing see that? I want them to hear me say that because well anyway, so I ain't gonna let them down for my spirits. But yeah, but hopefully with the Falcons, Desmond Ritter, that quarterback, bruh, get out there and do your thing. Get out. I mean, it don't matter, Matt. It don't matter if you throw your first completion for a touchdown. Just win. I'm gonna be like Al Davis. God rest him. Just win, baby. Just win. And oh yeah, that was another one of my favorite teams growing up as a child. I was a big Raiders fan. Oakland. I when they first moved to Los Angeles, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was mad as H. But then the Los Angeles Raiders had a ring to it. Think about it. And it looked in LA. Look, the people in LA, y'all know black look good in Los Angeles. Black is beautiful in Los Angeles. So I hated they went back to Oakland. I hated they left LA and went back to Oakland, but I'm glad they went to Oakland because that's where they from. But when they was in LA, Black made LA beautiful. Yes, it did. I mean, forgive me, but during at that time, I was more of a Raiders fan and didn't care for the Rams at all because the only reason why I didn't like the Rams back then growing up because they used to beat the hell out of the Falcons. And you know how I feel about my Falcons. But now's a different time. And I like the now, kind of like the now. I do like the Rams a lot better now. Now that I understand, especially when they won the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Right on. But this year, just past Kansas City won it, and you know what song they were playing? I'm going to Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. That's what that was a cool song. But and then shout out to Kansas City for some good AWS barbecue. It's so good. I ain't gonna say gonna slap your mama because if I slap my mama, she might slap me back. But it's so good to put a hand on your chest. Yes, that's how good it is. But anyhow, now, and I'm gonna tell you another team I loved growing up as a kid, as a young man. I mean, it wasn't so much of the team, it was just for one player. I like during that time it was the 49ers, but during that time also, I was a huge Joe Montana fan because when he played with the Niners, every time they went to the Super Bowl, they won. And my pockets got fat every time they won. Yes, Lord. They were so fat, looked like my pockets had the mumps. Yeah. Because I remember, I'm not gonna call out a certain person. I'm not gonna call a certain person out. But I'm gonna say this though. One year, I think the year that San Francisco played Cincinnati, I think it was in '89. Yeah, it was. And we bet it. It was a legitimate bet. And he at first said Cincinnati was winning. He was like, "You want to call it quits?" I said, "No, I ain't gonna call it. I'm going through with it." I said, "Cause," because in like the words of those church, like in the words of this church song, I was like, "I got a feeling everything's gonna be all right." So yeah, and then guess what? That feeling came true too because Joe Montana threw that winning touchdown to John Taylor, and I called this person, and I was like, I told you I told you San Francisco was gonna win. I said, I want my $20 when you walk in that door at work. Oh, you think he wasn't sick about those $20? I would be too if I lost, but I won, so I was more happy. But it's all good because guess what? The next year, when San Francisco played Denver, that was the blowout I couldn't believe, 55-10 that year. And this time, this same person who betted against me last year, that year before, was smart enough to bet with me. And it was this sister who I knew at the time. God bless her soul. She was like, she had $20, no, $10 that Denver was going to win. I said, okay. So I said to myself, you gonna lose them $20. I said, you gonna lose them $10. Believe me, you gonna lose them $10. I told her that. And I kept trying to tell her, man, San Francisco gonna mop the floor with Denver. And guess what? They did. 55-10. I won the bet. And yeah, I won the $10. And then she gave me her $10 that you know how it is when you double. So with the other 10, the person who betted with me, I gave him the other 10. He said, what's this for? I said, I won. That means you won. So I said, and like you say, never doubt Joe. And plus, and I told him, plus I felt bad about. I told him, I said, plus I felt bad about when you felt sick over them $20. So, so you know how that was. So, but yeah, but after that, I stopped betting on the games. And you know why? I got out while the getting was good. Plus, on top of that, too, I had other priorities and responsibilities. And around by that time, well, after the Super Bowl, whatnot, the year of the Super Bowl, 1990, but months after that, I welcome, I welcome the daughter, and she just turned 33. She just turned 33 Wednesday, and she know Daddy loves her. But that's right about it. Yeah, she was born right after that, and also too back then. So that was back then too in '89. That's when the Braves had a pathetic year also in '90. But in '91, they did the damn thing from worst to first. And like I said, Terry Pendleton was part of that winning spirit. Yeah, John Smokes, Tom Glavine. Man, we had a squad that year. In '92, we're pretty decent. We lost to the Toronto Blue Jays. And I think in '93 they didn't make it. They didn't make it to the World Series at all. But in '94, Montreal Expos was in first place around by that time. And on top of that, that's when baseball went on strike. I was mad as H. But when they came back in '95, and what's that word I always say, y'all? Redemption. The Braves won it all that year. And I told people that year the Braves won't win the World Series. They thought I was just talking. And when they won, a certain friend of mine told me, I'm not going to mention her name for the respect of her privacy, but she's a Facebook friend as well too. She was like, "You said the Braves were going to win." I said that because I had faith. And plus, it was about that time. We need some revenue in the city. Yeah, that's when we had the old Fulton County Stadium before they built Turner Field. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I wish to this day the Braves were still playing at the TED. But that's all right. The ones who wanted them in Cobb County, let them deal with it. Cause guess what? They're gonna have more problems on their hand than they think. But let them have a bad season. Oh, they're gonna be poor. They're gonna be poor. They're gonna lose money, revenue. So, like the old saying say, be careful what you ask for, and you can't always get what you want. But yeah, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I went now. I haven't been since it was true as Paul, but I was there when it was SunTrust Stadium, and even this lady, she was like, "Why they just didn't leave well enough alone? The Braves are from Atlanta, not Cobb County." And sad but true, I agreed with her. I really agreed with her because honestly, Atlanta Braves, not Marietta, not Smyrna, not Kennesaw, not Mableton, not Powder Springs, Atlanta Braves. Now, if you gonna move the team, you should have moved them in. You should have kept it in Fulton County, Diamonds. But that's all right. Let Cobb deal with it. Let them deal with it. I mean, shoot, come on now. Sometimes, like they say, you got to be careful what you ask for because too much, and then on top of that too, always remember this: too much of it, too much of anything is not good for the soul, and that's the truth. Well, my peoples, In a few minutes, I'm about to jet out of here. I'm about to be out of here because today is Friday. Yeah, Friday, Friday. And I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the actual day, Friday. Anyway, I will be back later on today after rush hour. And y'all welcome to join along if you like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button at Carlos Stargell 910. But if those who have, I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy my day. I hope you enjoy my daily live podcast on YouTube, OG Lowe's Hangout Corner. But what I'm about to say, I will be back later on. I will be back later on after rush hour, station identification. But if I don't, I will let it be known, and I will announce it on Facebook. So either my pages, Carlos will be Carlos, Carlos First Stargell, Carlos the Verbal Assassin Stargell, or Carlos Stargell the Last. Either way, I will inform y'all. And like I said, if God's willing, I will be back after station identification at after rush hour between the hours of 6:15, 6:30, 7 o'clock. But if not, if I don't be back tonight, I promise y'all and the Lord that I will be going live the WrestleMania weekend. Cause look, and I know I'm going live when they show NXT, and that's part of WrestleMania weekend too. So yes, I will. I probably give y'all my word. But until then, y'all continue to have a prosperous and great day. I love y'all. God bless you all. Take care of yourselves and each other. Peace, two fingers. I'm out of here like last year.